You're not supposed to say that at all. Ang yayabang ng mga nagsasalita na ganyan, ang gago naman. Ay, my goodness. Ang kakaguhan is a ground for contempt of court. Another case, Philippine-British Company, V. de Los Angeles, 1975. By failing to substantiate his serious charges when called upon to do so, a lawyer may not only show his dubious motive, therefore, but the falsity of the charges as well, which merits disciplinary action against him. Eh, pero yung tatandaan ninyo eh. Nilista kayo sa amin, naka-robe kami at lahat. We look like a convention of undertakers every day. Coming here in these robes, you're supposed to grant us full and high respect. You cannot give us a list and then after a few months say, oh, I'm sorry, but I've decided to change this list. You can't do that to a court that you respect. Again, the Code of Personal Responsibility, Canon 12, a lawyer shall exert every effort and consider it his duty to assist in the speedy and efficient administration of justice. Case, Pepsi-Cola Products v. Court of Appeals, 1998. As officers of the court, lawyers have a responsibility to assist in the proper administration of justice. Hindi ito politika, gentlemen. We are not in politics, where you are free to hire character assassins and do all manner of dirty tricks. This is a quasi-judicial proceeding. Itigil na ninyo yan. Yun ang problema nyo eh. Mahilig kayo sa ganyan eh. You're very fond of the occult arts. As officers of the court, lawyers have a responsibility to assist the proper administration of justice. They do not discharge their duty by filing pointless petitions that only add to the workload of the judiciary, especially this court, which is burdened enough as it is. A judicial study of the fact and the law should advise them in a case such as this should not be permitted to be filed to merely clutter the already congested judicial dockets. They do not advance the cause of the law or their client by commencing litigations that, for sheer lack of merit, do not deserve the attention of the court. That was the Supreme Court speaking in all those cases. Were you aware of these decided cases when you decided on your own to make that manifestation yesterday? That was my second point. The first point is, you filed a compliance and you listed, according to the instruction of this court, your list of witnesses and documentary evidence for every article. And now you've got turn around and say, oh no, we've changed our mind. That can be a very expensive change of mind. Second point of concern, that might be an ethical behavior. I have never seen such a parody of justice in my entire adult life in the judiciary. I remind you, for those of you who have been talking to your character assassins, I've been awarded as a judicial judge for excellence in trial work, not only by the TOYM of the JCs, the TOWNS of the Lions, but many other NGOs, whom I will no longer enumerate. Kaya siguro may alam akong konti tungkol sa batas. Huwag nyo kaming ginaganyan-ganyan. Last and most important, I will not be able to help it if the members of the impeachment court will engage in the judicial and legal presumption that evidence willfully suppressed would be adverse if produced. Kayo mismo ang nagdala nito ah. You called up this disputable presumption when the defendant refused to give his consent to the opening of his dollar accounts. You said evidence adverse, evidence suppressed is evidence adverse. Kung ayaw mo ipresentang ebidensya, ibig sabihin, kung walang ebidensya pang dagdag, na may tinatago ka. Yun ang sabi niyo sa Chief Justice. Eh ngayon naman ang ginagawa niyo. Sinabi niyo na 8 articles of impeachment niyo. Ngayon ayaw na niyo maglabas ng ebidensya niyo sa 5 of those 8 articles. Then let me invoke the disputable presumption against you. The rules of court provide disputable presumptions. The following presumptions are satisfactory if uncontradicted, but may be contradicted and overcome by other evidence. Letter E, that evidence willfully suppressed would be adverse if produced. Oh, ngayon, ano kayang ibig sabihin ng teknikalidad na yan? In People v. Padrigona, 2002 case decided by the Supreme Court, the court said, this rule that evidence willfully suppressed would be adverse if produced does not apply if A. The evidence is at the disposal of both parties. Yung ebidensya ba ninyong nilista ninyo sa compliance ninyo ay pwede nyong ibigay doon sa defense? That is the only exception. Another exception, the suppression was not willful.